Good morning children. Welcome to today's bio class, and today we'll start the new topic, that is stars and the solar system. The topic is stars and the solar system. We all know that in this particular textbook we are studying about the two characters. One is the Pehle and the Buzo. During summer holidays, the Pehle and the Buzo, they visited their grandparents' house. During the night time, when they're walking on the terrace, they notice that the sky is so clear and the sky it's so bright with the twinkling stars. And immediately they got a doubt why the sky is so clear in this village, and whereas the sky is not so like clear in the places where they are living, that is nothing but in cities. So immediately they asked their grandparent what's the reason for this. So their grandparent clarified the doubt. In cities means the sky is or the atmosphere is so dusty and it's polluted, and they have the bright lights in the city. That is the reason they never see the clear sky. But whereas coming to the villages are free from the pollution, and there is no dust particles and the bright lights that we don't see, and that's the reason the sky is so clear. Okay, yes. So then when they got it out, and then the doubt was clarified, and then they want to know more about what are the other things or the other objects present in the sky. Along with the stars, they notice that the stars, the planets, the moon, and the many objects are there in the sky. And all these objects, we'll call them as the celestial bodies. Okay, what comes under the celestial bodies? The stars, the planets, the moon, and many other objects in the sky, we call them as the celestial bodies. Are all the celestial bodies are similar? No, they are not similar. Their functions are different, and their structure is different, and we can say that they are not similar. Okay, yes. As one after one, we'll study the celestial bodies. The first one is the moon. Okay, just here the small activities given in your textbook. Take a notebook and observe the moon continuously for several nights. Okay, what you have to do? Observe the moon continuously for several nights. Okay, yes. You know that is one full moon to the next, just start observing the moon. One full moon night means what? The big shaped the moon. Just look this particular picture. Yes. From that onwards, observe the moon every day. Okay. Take a notebook and make a sketch. And what is the shape of the moon in the first day when you observe? That means after the full moon. First shape is the round. It's a full moon, round. Okay. Every day, night, just you observe like that and note down the part of the shape of the moon. Okay, yes. So, and not only that, note down, we have to note down the part of the sky where the moon it will be present, either in the east or the west, in which the moon is the seen. So when you observe all a few days like this, then the question is that, did you notice any change in the shape of the moon? Okay. Yes, whenever the moon looks perfectly round, and what is that called? Okay, that we'll call it as a full moon day. Okay. After the full moon day, if you observe the sky, and we can see only a thin, just like as a line, we can see that. Okay. Yes, when the whole disk, when the whole shape appears, that's called as a full moon day. Thereafter, every night, the size of the moon appears thinner and thinner. Okay. First is the full moon, and the later the size of the moon it will be appears thinner and thinner. Just look this particular pictures, you'll get an idea. It looks so thinner and thinner. The time comes, the the moon will the line again fill up with an round shape. Okay. Yes. First we notice that there is a full moon, and then only the line, and the next 15th day the moon is not visible. The day is called as new moon day. What is that day called? The full moon day. After 15 days we can see that the moon is not visible. That is called as a new moon day. Okay. After the new moon day, the next day, again the small portion appear. That is called as a crescent moon. And slowly, if you see that, what will happen? The crescent moon, its size, the length, the width of this crescent moon, it will be increases, and again it will becomes comes like as a the larger, the ball-like structure, and then again it will be full moon. In full moon, it will be begins. Okay, so then the moon grows larger on the 15th day, and then again we'll get an full moon day. Okay, children. First the full moon day, and after the full moon day we can see only the crescent moon shape. Okay, full moon day, crescent moon, and slowly what will happen? The moon, the line it will be disappear. That is called as a new moon day. After that, the next day of the new moon day, the small portion appear. That is called as a crescent moon. Full moon day, new moon day, crescent moon, and the crescent moon again it will be grows, or it will be turned into the full moon day. Okay, yes, that means this period, the period where this the size of this the moon slightly longer appears, and the total days will consider it as an 29 days it will be appear. This period we'll call it as month, we can say that. Okay, many calendars it will be identified this particular changes, and they'll consider that period, we'll call it as a month. Okay, yes. Let's come to the moon. You know that the moon does not produce its own light. Okay, that means it's a non-luminous object, we can say that. It's not a self-luminous. It's a non-luminous object. Why? Because it does not produce its own light. Okay, so how you can see the moon means, we see the moon because sunlight falls on it and it gets reflected towards us. Okay, when the sunlight falls on it and when it gets reflected towards us, and then we can see the moon. Okay, children, so look this particular activity and learn that what are the different phases of the moon, how this the changes it will be occur, how the moon the revolution takes place, revolving. Okay, that everything we can see this particular activity. Please observe this particular activity.
Phases of the moon. The moon does not emit light like the sun and other stars. We see the moon because the light falling on it gets reflected towards us. We, therefore, see only that part of the moon which is lighted by the sun and is towards us. The moon revolves around the earth and also around the sun along with the earth. As a result, the relative positions of the earth and the moon keep on changing every day. The different positions of the moon in its orbit around the earth are shown here. On a full moon day, the earth lies in between the moon and the sun. So, on this day, the full face of the moon is visible to us. On a new moon day, sunlight falls on that face of the moon which is on the other side of the earth, and so we cannot see it. Nearly 1/2 of the moon is always illuminated by sunlight. But on the day following the new moon, illuminated part of the moon that is visible from the earth is crescent in shape. The size of the illuminated part of the moon visible from the earth goes on increasing until its full face becomes visible on the full moon day. The moon completes one revolution around the earth in 27.3 days. But in the meanwhile, the Earth moves ahead in its orbit. Thus, from the Earth, the Moon appears to complete one revolution between one new moon day and the next in 29.5 days. Lunar calendars are prepared on this basis.
Okay. Children, after that's all for the today's class, and then we'll study the next topic on the next class. Okay, children, bye.